Before we start the meeting, I just want to let everyone to know here in the audience that we are not live. We're having an issue with the YouTube, so we are going to be recording. Are you on? You got it?
Live.
Look at that. We're live. You fixed it. Way to go.
I call to order the Coatesville Area School Board meeting scheduled for August 26, 2025. The mission of the Coatesville Area School District, rich in diversity and committed to excellence, is to create innovative educational experiences which are funded by the taxpayers, supported by the community, delivered by dedicated teachers and administrators to ensure all students will become responsible, contributing global citizens. Madam Secretary, please call for the roll.
Leon Yako,
Here.
Steve Wilson,
Here.
Elgin Bailey,
Here.
Beth Brindle,
Here.
Holly Charest,
Here.
Shauna Maxwell,
Here.
Liz Muirhead,
Here.
Donna Rowland,
Oh, she is excused.
Robin Seagreaves.
Here.
Thank you.
Awesome. At this moment, I'd like everyone to stand for a moment of silence and a salute to the flag. To my colleagues, are there any additions, deletions, modifications to this evening's agenda? All right. We will move on to public comment. The board has requested that all persons making comment on agenda items to please list their name, address, and telephone number and motion item on the sheet provided. There is a 3-minute limit per person. The board does not take action or discuss the items not appearing on the agenda. The board values public comment and wishes to convey that although board members cannot discuss items that are not on the agenda, they listen carefully and value input from the public. Ms. Lori Shannon Bailey.
Good evening. For the Title I programs, there's a lot of acronyms, ATSIS.
Your mic.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening. I noticed there's a lot of acronyms on the Title I programs. I'm wondering if you all would be so kind to write those out or to identify those so that the public can know for sure what the Title I specific identification is for the school that's identified. That's very, very important considering the history of Title I schools in the district. Also, I'd be interested in knowing whether or not the board made intentional efforts in inviting community members to sit on the committees for the various schools in the community. I, for one, am very interested in being a part of the Title I committee for Scott Middle School. I think I may have said something about this last year, but I am very much interested. I believe that my skill set and my passion and my commitment and devotion to this school district would be valuable. So I would appreciate some feedback on that. If there's an application process, please let me know. Thank you very much.
Ms. Lori Shannon Bailey, I'm going to respond to you right now so you have the information. So the Title I meeting that we have established for tomorrow night sadly has been very poorly represented by individuals from the community to sign up. So we're going to reschedule so we have another opportunity. It's been on Facebook, on our webpage. I put flyers downtown as well. It's a QR code just to sign up. So we're going to reschedule that so we can get more individuals to be part of that. As well as regards to the Title I in the school, that is extended to parents because it's the parents of the students that are in the schools that are part of that committee. It's generally not extended to community members, but we would invite community members to our general overall Title I meetings that happen in the fall and spring to get community input in addition to what the parents have provided for us. And that's also the reason for our meeting that we're having, the fall and spring meetings, is so we can clear up what those acronyms are all standing for and give some clarification and meaning to individuals, so when they're reading the plans, they have an understanding of it. They're up for review and for approval because it's a requirement of PDE in regards to the time frame that they have to be submitted to the state. But we're more than happy to clarify any of the information on the plans.
3 minutes up?
I'll give you 30 seconds. Go for it.
Well, thank you very much. So I noticed your flyer on, I'm not sure where I saw it, but I was planning to come tomorrow night on behalf of the family that I'm advocating for, and you and I have been communicating about this particular family. The grandmother is working, and you know the parent situation, but I'm concerned because I haven't seen any flyers downtown. I'm not suggesting that they haven't been downtown. I spent 2 hours putting out flyers for the 211 program that's happening next Thursday. I haven't seen any flyers. I'm concerned because this district has been challenged with inviting the public to programs like this. So when did you say the program was?
So it's tomorrow night, but we're rescheduling because of the only
When
one
is it? Or
individual
you don't
signed
have a
up.
date?
I don't have a new date
Okay.
yet, but we will get that out to you.
Thank you. We're moving on to approval of the minutes that the Board of School Directors approved the minutes for the August 12th, 2025 school board meeting, subject to any additions, deletions, or modifications or clarifications. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions, comment, or discussion? Seeing none, Madam Secretary, please call for the vote.
Beth Brindle,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Elgin Bailey,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Holly Charess,
Yes.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Leon Yako.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Executive session?
Thank you, Madam President. The board met in executive session just prior to this evening's meeting to discuss confidential personnel matters and a confidential student matter. And that concludes the executive session announcement tonight.
Great, thank you. Student representatives, I don't have any information in there. Or, is that first?
The student representative. Yep.
Do you want, okay.
So I want to welcome May Davis as our senior representative. And I'm going to get this right, Jen Trexler. Julia, I knew I was going to do that. I didn't have it in front of me. That's why I
It's
was
not on there,
searching
it's
for
not
it.
on there, so
Oh,
that's why I
apologize.
couldn't
We'll get
say
the
it.
names on there next time.
Yeah.
But this is their very first meeting, so we welcome you to the table and happy to hear about, what's going on at the high school and everything. So May and Julia will be joining us at regular meetings, and we'll be having more discussions about their participation as we move forward throughout the year. So, that was the wrong.
It was not on, but you were talking.
I'm just really loud.
I heard you.
So I'm going to turn it over to May. Are you going to?
Yeah,
Go
me
ahead.
and Julia will be. Good evening, everybody, and esteemed board members. My name is Davis May, and I will be serving as the Class of 2026 School Board Representative. I am very grateful to be back in Coatesville and to be able to serve this community. I look forward to working with all of you and representing our school with honesty, dedication, and respect.
Good evening. My name is Julia Trexler, and I serve as the Junior Student Board Representative for the Class of 2027. A little about me, I'm very involved in extracurricular activities at CASH, including robotics, Chester County Futures, and a lovely girls program called Step Up, Step Out. I'm also a dual enrollment student at DCCC. Thank you all for this amazing opportunity, and I look forward to representing my class these next 2 years. To begin, nearly 20 of our athletic and activities hosted summer camps this summer, resulting in over 700 youth participants. Each week throughout the summer months offered a different experience for our district's younger students, and we are proud to say that Coatesville Area School District is one of the only districts in the area with the amount of offerings provided.
Additionally, the senior high school campus held their annual back-to-school night event last Tuesday, August 19th. The evening began with nearly 60 clubs and athletic programs and almost 25 community-based organizations for a school and community vendor fair. I want to say a thank you to a local business and caterer, Dough Run Catering, Triple Fresh, and Kona Ice for being available to serve our families as they entered. Ms. Luciani and the athletic department then held their annual student-athlete family meeting, which was subsequently followed by an open house style back to school night, where families were able to travel around the buildings on campus with an opportunity to meet our tremendous faculty and staff.
Moving on, approximately 350 students in over 20 different programs in grades 10 through 12 are taking advantage of attending the IU's Technical College High School. Mr. Changer and Mr. Maloney visited the TCHS this morning to meet with the TCHS students. TCHS provides students with one of the possible graduation pathways. Furthermore, this year we have 23 cash students who are enrolled at Delaware County Community College in pursuit of their 2-year associate's degree.
Additionally, the fall athletic schedule is up to date and posted on our school website at www.casdschools.org under the Athletics tab. And finally, homecoming this year game will be on Friday, October 3rd. Students will have the week prior to celebrate Spirit Week and the annual Powder Puff game, which will be held on Wednesday, October 1st. The much anticipated homecoming dance will be held in the Cash Gymnasium on Saturday evening, October 4th. And that concludes our report for today.
Thank you so much. Any of my things except for one, so we're good. So it's always a competition to see if the students do align exactly with what I have on my superintendent's report, so thank you. All right, superintendent's report. Oh. Where's my clicker?
Oh, clicker.
All right, first of all, welcome back to school. It's been an exciting 2 days already. We've had a lot of action taking place. So here's just a few items to highlight. We started off this summer with our kindergarten jumpstart program. So for those of you that are not aware, we invited just about 30 new kindergartners who are incoming to be part of a 2-week program to introduce them to just school in general. Every kindergartner was screened that was in the program. We screened about 85 to 90% of our new kindergarten students. The rest will be screened this first couple weeks. But it gives us a help to understand where they're coming in as a learner and really give them the opportunity to be successful and help the teacher plan. Here's just a couple of shots of our kindergartners as that program existed. And it was very cute because on the last day, one of the kindergartners came up to the teacher and said, "So I'll see you on Monday?" And she's like, "Not quite. Take a couple more weeks vacation," but they truly did enjoy their time there. I want to welcome Mr. Jarvin Williams to North Brandywine Middle School, who is our new principal, taking the place of Dr. Eugenia Roberts, who was the principal there previously. Dr. Jarvin brings a plethora of experience to the position at the middle school level, as he was an assistant principal in, I won't say that word, in another neighboring district. So he brings a lot of experience to us, and he was previously here as an assistant principal at the high school. The next one is our new teacher induction program. We welcomed over 40 new teachers this year, and they are just excited to go. We held a 3-day orientation program for them to get acclimated with the programs, the curriculum, the policies, the procedures, you name it. They also had a bus tour of Coatesville where they had the opportunity to see where every school is, and then some of the learning aspects of Coatesville and what is the rich history of the city and the community itself. Our bus drivers were welcome back as well. That is Miss Charlotta Chapman, our Director of Transportation. And she and I had the opportunity to welcome back the transportation family. Very exciting. We are doing very well with our transportation. We had some minor hiccups, as we always do, because people always get surprised when they see the big yellow limousines riding around the back roads and realizing that school has started. So they are doing a fabulous job of making sure they have everyone to and from school in a timely manner, and we are working very hard to become more efficient with our runs and making sure our buses, especially at the elementary level, are getting to them at the end of the day so they can get home on a timely manner. The Bridge Academy had their back-to-school block party, which was a lot of fun. I'm going to admit I did not get in the foam pit. I chose to stay out of there, but it was an absolute blast. We had so much fun with the students. Every student received a backpack as they came through the Bridge Academy, and we as a district gave out, I think, just over 100 books to different students as they came through with their backpack. We're like, here's a book, put it in your backpack, and get ready for school. But there was just a large crowd that was just very excited, and we had a lot of fun just mingling with our students and our families. Convocation, we had our welcoming last Monday, and it was a blast. We had the cheerleaders, the band. It was just a lot of fun. And so for those of you that joined us, I thank you. We had a special visit from Doc Brown as he goes by, and he is the gentleman in the Because Kids in the shirt down below. He gave a very motivational speech to our staff, and just inspiring to really just look at every child individually and know their story about them and really just unpack their backpack so we know that who we're working with and how we're working with them to make them successful and reach their fullest potential. So, and thank you to the color guard. I mean, we had food trucks afterwards. It was a lot of fun. So, I think it is. I didn't put that one in there. All right. So the high school back to school night, which I'm not going to take Julia and May's thunder. You already spoke about this, but it was a lot of fun. We had a great showing and just an opportunity for the high school students and their parents to meet the teachers and go through the schools to see their classrooms. We have our service corps participants, and I'm going to get these names. Holly, you're going to, I know you're going to get me. I know Zakor Comer. He was the gentleman on the right in the bottom picture. And then we have Angelie Legree, who is on the left side of Dr. Doherty. And then Zaven Kennedy, who is in the top picture there on the left-hand side. These three individuals came to the district Monday through Thursday for 8 weeks. 8 solid weeks. They helped with getting rooms ready at the different schools. They unpacked materials. They worked with our kindergarten students for the Jump Start program. They worked with our summer Title I program. They helped paint curbs for us to make sure the yellow lines were ready. They were absolutely fabulous and we had so much fun with them. So I appreciate, actually, if you don't know, Holly Charest was the coordinator for the Service Corps participants through the Coatesville Youth Initiative, and we were happy to partner and look forward to it in the future years. Then we had kindergarten orientation. As you can imagine, our kindergartners were now excited to get back. This was the Thursday before school started where they came to visit their classroom, meet their teachers, and just get them comfortable and ready for the first day of school. They also got to ride on the bus to see what that feels like as they took a quick trip around their community. And so they are moving and grooving ready. I can't say enough about this kindergarten class. They are so excited. They have such a spark to them. So we are really excited to see them, what they're going to do during their time here in Coatesville. And then we had the first day of school. If you saw the pictures of many of our students on the Facebook, social media as well, and our website, but this is just a tradition that has been longstanding for me. So when I came here last year, I'm like, we have to do this, first day of pictures. And just a lot of fun for kids to show off their first day excitement of coming to school. And we have, I think, 2 slides of that. Yep. Even Mr. Polk and his wife got in the mix of things. It was fun to see the staff made their own sign and came and joined in on the pictures. Construction updates. What would it be without a board meeting without construction updates? North Brandywine, the new and sparkly annex, as I call it. is open, and we are hosting our 8th grade students in that annex. As you can see, here's a few pictures. It looks, kind of humdrum right now, but once the rest of the new building is built, it will get its groove on for sure. But the 8th grade teachers are excited to be in there, new facilities. It's absolutely beautiful. And I know the students are enjoying it. When you go in and see the big windows in each classroom and out the commons area, it is just gorgeous to, the look over of the open areas that are around the school. So, and then Reeseville has its new addition. We added 8 classrooms there. And you can see some of the pictures. It looks absolutely beautiful. There is a new entranceway up the front walkway and around. We did a lot of macadam and concrete work around the district. If you haven't noticed, over at the high school, at Reeseville, where am I missing, Mr. Brazil? We did some concrete work here. We repaved, if you didn't get to the football game on Friday, the entire area is repaved inside the stadium now with new blacktop. It looks absolutely fabulous. There's no more, so you can actually stand in front of the where you get some food, the concession stand, and you don't sit on like the waves. So it's nice and flat now. So listen, it's a beautiful thing.
There were so many compliments on Friday.
You hear that, Mr. Brazil? There was a lot of compliments. So thank you to you and your team and everyone that's been involved, because it is just fabulous to see all the upgrades that have been done over the past summer for sure. And then Scott, the inside of Scott is ready to go. I'm not saying outside, I said inside. The inside is finished and ready to go. It looks absolutely beautiful. A lot of renovations, new paint, new flooring, new cabinetry. The office is getting a little bit, we just have to put our countertops in there, and we'll be finished with that piece of the office. And then outside, as you drive by and see it, it looks a little messy right now, but it's going to come together by the end of next week. You probably won't even notice that it looked like that. But all new brick is on all the facades and of the walls that are up there. All new concrete walkways. It was really, I'll say, deplorable conditions. It really needed an upgrade, and we're excited that we were able to do this. And I can't say enough about, again, Mr. Brazil and his team and everyone who's been involved with these projects, because it's been a lot of time consumed for sure, and a lot of scary situations, because you're like, is it going to be ready for kids? But we figured it out. Kids are getting into the school, and it's been a great start to the school year. They haven't even blinked at it. So, and then Doe Run. If you have not been past Doe Run, I encourage you to. A majority of the steel is up. Actually, you can see on the bottom center picture, the metal flooring for the second floor is actually being put into place. So a lot of movement over there, and like I said, just keep an eye out. We're going to keep putting pictures up on the website of the constant progress that project is making. But we're very excited. The furniture, we're working right now to finish up the furniture selection that will go in there. And I think the kids, especially the kids, but staff is going to be very excited to get into their new school as well. So that is it. So thank you. So our next meeting dates are September 9th for our committee meetings here at 6 o'clock in the Learning Center. And then our next regular school board meeting will be September 23rd, right here again in the Learning Center. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Steve and I were able to go see Reeseville and North, and yeah, they were beautiful. I hope that the rest of my colleagues will be able to
Absolutely.
go in at some point and see how well, how we're coming along with that and how great it is. All right, moving on to motion items for approval. Adoption of consent agenda. Committee meeting action items considered routine will be enacted under one motion unless removed for separate action upon board requests. The purpose of the consolidated motion is to expedite governing board action in all consent items, which are not held for discussion. Items that have been held for discussion by the governing board will be acted upon at the time the item is discussed. So correct me if I'm wrong, Liz, I'm going to pull for finance A, M, N, O, P, Q, and R. And for
That
operation,
matches my list, yes.
is that your list? Okay. And then under operations, I'm pulling P, Y, and Z. Because I didn't see Z on committee. Right? Am I right on that one? Lori? Okay, good.
Can you just clarify real quick?
Yep.
Did you say?
For finance?
It's the bills payable, the HR report, and everything we didn't do at committee.
Okay. All right,
Did you get it?
I think I got it.
Okay, yep. I can also show you that here, you can have that. To my colleagues, are there any other items that need to be removed from consent agenda? All right, seeing none, with all items removed from consent agenda for individual vote, I call for a motion for consent agenda.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions, comment, or discussion? Madam Secretary, please call for the vote.
Shauna Maxwell. Lear Nyako.
Yes.
Steve Wilson.
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves.
Yes.
Elgin Bailey.
Yes.
Beth Brindle.
Yes.
Liz Muirhead.
Yes.
Holly Charess.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Great. Ms. Muirhead?
Yes. Okay, moving on to the items remaining on the Finance Committee agenda. Letter A, recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the financial statements, bills, payables list as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second. Okay. Are there any questions or comments on anything in the financial statements or bills payable? Okay. Seeing none, call for the vote.
Holly Charess.
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves.
Yes.
Elgin Bailey.
Yes.
Liz Muirhead.
Yes.
Steve Wilson.
Yes.
Lear Nyako.
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell.
Yes.
Beth Brindle.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay. Moving on to letter M. We have a crowd here for this one. But this is the Assistant Superintendent Agreement for Lee, is it Ryder? Okay, Lee Ryder. Recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the agreement for the employment of Lee Ryder as the new Assistant Superintendent of Coatesville Area School District as presented. Do I have a motion
Motion.
and a second?
Second.
Okay. I'm going to turn this over to Dr. Rabarchek to introduce Lee to our school community before we take the vote.
So, yes, I'd like to present Dr. Leah Ryder as we welcome her in a few minutes, hopefully, as our new Assistant Superintendent of Schools. Leah brings with her an exceptional record of leadership, expertise, and deep personal connection just to our community itself. And then I picked a whole bunch of things out of my references and interviews and everything, but just to highlight some of her accomplishments, she truly is just a proven leader and innovator. She has been recognized for her leadership in special education and people services, and just has gone beyond the compliance to create systems that will allow every child to thrive. She's been a strong advocate for her students and being a fierce advocate for those students with diverse needs, ensuring that equity and access remain at the forefront of her work. Her recognized of leadership potential, and she is a distinguished participant in the Aspiring Leadership Superintendent Program, a highly selective leadership initiative for those demonstrating exceptional talent and navigating complex educational challenges. She's also has a commitment to belonging and well-being, as she has demonstrated through her work at UPenn and the CCIU Mental Health Consortium. She's been at the forefront of advancing conversations about mental health, belonging, and equity in education. And she recognizes the importance of representation, belonging, and community ensuring student well-being. She's also a proud Coatesville Area School District alumna. Perhaps most importantly, she graduated from Coatesville Area School District. I won't say the year. I promise I left that out. But in our roots to community and her decision to return as a leader to reflect her deep commitment to giving back to the district has helped shape her. And then just the tremendous win for us in general. just in a competitive hiring landscape and securing Dr. Ryder's caliber, who is not only highly qualified, but also personally connected to the district and a tremendous point of pride for the Coatesville Area School District. So I'm looking forward to our partnership and to be able to move in the advancing instructional excellence, equity, and pupil services for all students. So welcome in a minute, but thank you for being here tonight. You just want to just quickly introduce who you have so everyone knows here with you.
So I have my husband Matt, my daughter Kira, who is a senior, my father Tim, who is a former Coatesville teacher, and my mom Marcia.
Welcome. Thanks for being here.
All right. Any other comments or questions from board members before we move to the vote? Okay. Call for the vote.
Elgin Bailey,
No.
Steve Wilson,
No.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Holly Charest,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Beth Brindle,
Yes.
Lear Nyako,
Yes.
motion approved.
Congratulations and welcome. Moving on to letter N, Memorandum of Understanding, CATA Special Education Transition Teacher. Recommended action that the Board of Directors approve the Memorandum of Understanding for the Special Education Transition Teacher for the 2025-2026 school year as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments on this item? Seeing none, call for the vote.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Lear Nyako,
Yes.
Elgin Bailey,
Yes.
Beth Brindle,
Yes.
Holly Charest,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
motion approved.
Letter O, Memorandum of Understanding, CATA Multi-Factor. Recommended action that the Board of Directors approve the Memorandum of Understanding for the multi-factor authentication as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments on this item? Okay. Call for the vote?
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Elgin Bailey,
Yes.
Beth Brindle,
Yes.
Lear Nyako,
Yes.
Holly Charest,
Yes.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
motion approved.
Letter P, extra duty renewal, weight training. Recommended action that the Board of Directors approve the extra duty renewal for weight training advisors as presented. Can I have a motion, please?
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
Okay. I believe there were some questions that were outstanding on this item from committee.
Yes, and looking back, it did go through the 7-8 committee to the full board, and then at the full board, we pulled just these three for review.
Yes.
And Dr. Robertchik's going to speak a little bit about it, but I mean, in essence, CATA contracts automatically renew these, so this is basically a ratification, and we really can't, remove it at this time. At the end of June, they were renewed automatically as part of the CATA contracts, but all of the questions that we brought forth as a group are going to be addressed to review these positions moving forward to make sure they're positions that we need, positions that are being utilized to their fullest extent. And Dr. Robertchik, you can certainly add.
Sure. So in addition to that, we are going to look at all positions, are those extra duty, extra pay, the unit positions. But this one in particular, as well as the other one, the coaches, we're going to look to see to make sure that we're just getting the best bang for our buck in that regard, to make sure that we have accountability for each of the positions, that we have some way of measuring, some metrics to understand how they're being utilized, when they're being utilized, and how it's impacting our students. So we will be looking to put in those metrics into place, have a job description, and also some, for the weight training one, we're going to have some, or have a sign-in, so we know how many students are actually utilizing it and what they're actually utilizing that service for.
Thank you for that. Are there any other questions or follow-up items for this agenda item? Okay. Seeing none, call for the vote.
Lear Nyako,
Yes.
Holly Charest,
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Beth Brindle,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Elgin Bailey,
Yes.
motion approved.
Letter Q, the Human Resources Report, recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the resignations, appointments, new positions, leaves of absence, transfers, changes of status, and corrections as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments on this report? Okay, seeing,
I mentioned one thing, I'm sorry.
is it about the next one? Because
No,
I'm doing
this
them
one.
separate. Okay.
Sorry. I just want to acknowledge with Mrs. Maria Stauffer resigning from her position at Rainbow, and we are still searching for a candidate that meets the district's, qualities and values and beliefs. So in the meantime, right now, Mr. Jeff Kupinski, I never say it right, Mr. K, is being appointed as the interim principal at Rainbow Elementary School for right now until we conduct the final search.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments on this item? Okay, call for the vote.
Lear Nyako.
Yes.
Beth Brindle.
Yes.
Holly Charess.
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves.
Yes.
Elgin Bailey.
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell.
Yes.
Steve Wilson.
Yes.
Liz Muirhead.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay, and letter R, the Human Resources Report Addenda. Recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the resignations, appointments, new positions, leaves of absence, transfers, changes of status, and corrections as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Okay, and are you planning to say something here?
I am.
Okay, good.
So I just want to acknowledge Mr. Nick Melchior, who is going to be hired as our new site and security coordinator for the district. Mr. Melchior has worked for the Chester County Emergency Management System, where he's been engaged with all the schools, the school districts across the Chester County area. So he brings a wealth of knowledge to the process and establishing safe and secure facilities across the district. And we look forward to his arrival in the very near future.
Wonderful. Thank you. I'm sure you're very glad that that position is going to be filled. All right. Any other questions or comments on this item? Okay, call for the vote.
Elgin Bailey.
Yes.
Lear Nyako.
Yes.
Beth Brindle.
Yes.
Steve Wilson.
Yes.
Liz Muirhead.
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell.
Yes.
Holly Charess.
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay, that concludes the Finance Committee portion of the agenda. Hand it off to Director Seagreaves.
Nope, there's none for any.
Ooh, nice.
We're sending it off to Ms. Brindle.
Thank you. Okay, so moving on to the items pulled from consent agenda for the Operations Committee. Let's see. Item letter P, recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the proposal from Coatesville Kid Raiders football team for the annual rental of grass fields 5 and 6B located on the Coatesville area senior high campus to be used as a practice space for their youth football teams for the fall 2025 season and for the use of Scott Field for their home football games for fall 2025 season. In exchange for use of the facilities, CKR will provide maintenance to the Scott Field complex, maintain and enhance the grass fields on the high school campus as presented. Call for a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Are there any questions, comments, discussion? Lyran, I think you had.
Yeah, I'm pulling this because when I spoke about this at committee, I did ask about the attachments, and I didn't see those. I know that she just got them to you today.
Correct, I just received those today,
Yeah.
so I haven't even had a chance to even
to
go
look
through
at
them in detail.
So I don't know, I don't want to hold CKR up. I just don't, I do kind of want to know that schedule and making sure that we have our liabilities covered. And, because I also didn't see the fact she added that they have to pay for the big field, for the stadium field. I didn't see that in the agreement. So there's a lot of questions. I just want to make sure, I just don't see it all in there that I thought were being updated. Do you know when CKR starts?
That was my question.
Yeah.
Does this, would this stop the upcoming season?
Right, I don't want to do that.
I think it would impact the season, that's what I'm looking on the agreement right now.
Oh. Can we bring him up then?
Yeah,
Can we ask?
sure.
Can you come up here, sir?
Since you have
Please.
information about the,
You just have to be on the mic.
Yeah, just turn, there's
It's a button.
a button on it.
Perfect.
There we go.
All right, well, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
My name is Jamar Dennis.
Okay, all right,
I'm actually the president of CKR.
awesome.
Just took over this year after the departure of the previous president, Kyle Main. To answer your question, the season's already started. July 28th was the first week of heat acclimation, and it goes all the way through November. Now, question I have for the board is there was never a discussion about rental, like payment for usage of the big field.
Did you watch the board meeting from last week?
I was
2 weeks?
I was just able to pull it up. You know, my work schedule is crazy, and
Yeah.
then when I actually finally was able to get around to pulling it up, I didn't realize it was on YouTube. Now I'm like, okay, but
Okay.
now I'm here.
No, I appreciate you coming. That's great, because maybe we can clear up a whole bunch of stuff. That's just what was told to us, unless I'm remembering that wrong, everyone. That was an added agreement, so I'm looking at my notes from what Lisa said to us, you know, because I had a few questions, and
I just don't have that information.
You don't have that information?
It's not in here,
Awesome.
no.
I'm still waiting on the actual approved agreement.
The what?
The agreement from this year.
Right, well, we have to approve that. That's what we're doing right now. So,
Gotcha.
the concern was, and I know, and she explained to me that there was a transfer of, you're the new president, so there wasn't really great communication with prior president. Okay, good to know. But there was an issue with the reseating and the rolling, and she was assuring us that you guys were gonna have a schedule and power, there's just a lot of things within the agreement that if it's too much for you guys, I wanna make sure that we're being fair, right? And making sure that you can do it. And it's also, I guess, one of my other questions were, should we be doing a 12-month or maybe just a 6-month, agreement?
So can I comment on the receipt and everything? So the previous agreement was between CKR and Skyfield Projects. Skyfield Projects no longer a part of CKR. So they were primarily ones who took care of all the receipting and everything else.
Gotcha.
And I'm actually just now able to lay eyes on the previous agreement, like within the last 2 weeks.
Oh, last 2 weeks?
Yes. So I didn't even know all that stuff was in there because the last president didn't share that with us.
Right. When did you start talking to Ms. Luciani?
When she had time for me, like about last couple weeks.
So this agreement was delivered by the previous president, is that what it was?
The previous president didn't share the agreement with us at all.
Right, so he shared what I'm asking is, this agreement that we have in front of us was shared with the previous president with Ms. Luciani,
I'm assuming it was.
but you don't know when or anything?
No.
Because the last she came up here, she said that she was in constant communication with this gentleman, right?
With the
Nope.
new president.
That's him.
That's me.
Yeah.
So I guess the big question is, we don't want to do anything that stops or
No,
impedes.
absolutely.
stop your program.
That is
And
not
more-
what we're trying to do.
And more importantly, we want to support.
Okay.
So what do you need from us tonight to make sure that, A, you're able to continue to be successful? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think that's where we're trying to get to,
Because we don't want to hold you up.
because we don't want to
Right.
do anything that
So-
stops what you're trying to
Gotcha.
build.
So I'm assuming you need approval to be able to use the fields. That's the biggest, first and foremost.
I mean, I think
I
they're
didn't know I
already using
wasn't
them.
allowed to.
You're using the fields.
They're using them.
currently-
I mean, that is,
It's ratifying it in a sense.
it's,
Sorry,
I mean, we've done this
currently they're in
before.
practice right now.
You said July 28th the season started.
Yes.
They're at practice right now.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're practicing.
Actually, we just had Scott Field power washed. I had it power washed during last week.
Amazing. She said she was going to bring that, like, the quote or something, she was going to attach that for this meeting.
That's what I have.
You
in
do
there.
have that,
I do
okay.
have that in the attachment.
Yeah, she did say something
Mr.
about
Brazil.
that.
Okay.
I have
That's what he
that
just
in my
said.
email.
Yes, yes, yes.
Along with the receipt we're waiting on, they had a roll also.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Thank you.
That's in his email.
Great. And then what about the schedule of when, remember that was another one of my questions is,
Of when it would occur.
but it feels like he's missing some information. I'm not sure how we'd have a schedule if he's kind of learning things right
Scheduled
now.
for
Like when it's going to be done. So my concern at the time was previously, we weren't actually seeding the fields as promised within the agreement, and we weren't doing things. And I get that there's been a lot of hands, but she confirmed that she's been in communication with you and that you guys were creating a schedule of when things were going to be power washed, when things were going to be like the last roll, that type of things. And clearly.
Well, that role that you're referring to, I was never communicated on. I didn't even understand what that even meant. I'm like, that's not even my realm. I'm an electrician. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just now taking over this field. And actually, coincidentally, the day that she was actually kind of putting a rush on this information, like I had just scheduled Scottsville to be power washed, and I'm like, we're just setting up to get it clean, like a community day for the parents to come and clean the field. But I'm like, okay, I didn't know it was a rush on things.
Can I make a recommendation?
Please. Yes.
For myself, Mr. Brazil, Tim, Lisa, to sit down and get this all ironed out in regards to what
Please.
needs to be accomplished for you to, we're not stopping the
We're
program.
not stopping. No, you keep doing what you're doing. Can we can
Yes.
agree to this?
Yes.
We're going to allow them to keep doing what they're doing, but I want,
And can we in that verify that all insurance policies are up to date?
that's a big thing for me too.
That's what I was just gonna say. Last year's agreement should be carrying over with the insurance policy. That's all I'm concerned about.
Right.
We can move it forward.
And it's that,
Our insurance policy? Or
Yes.
Who do I send it to?
Give it to me.
Yep.
Yeah, Jeff.
Mr. Brazil.
Jeff.
Just give me your email. I'll send it right to you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Tim. I
So
really appreciate
Can you
it.
also stay here till the end?
Yeah, I would just say, what I would like is because it sounds like this agreement was last year's agreement, which you had no input on, hadn't even seen it. I would like for you all to get together and to, like, I'm totally fine with approving this agreement for now, but I would like to have an amendment to this agreement once you guys are able to talk and figure out what can you actually commit to. And let's write an agreement based on that, so that we don't have an agreement written that says you're gonna do something
And
that
it's not
you
done,
aren't
right.
gonna do. Because, like, let's have an agreement that is realistic, gives you fair use, allows you to do some maintenance to help cover the cost, like, all that.
Totally agree.
We love the program. We love what you do.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're just trying to do our job at the same
Absolutely.
time.
Absolutely.
Trying to keep people accountable, but just making sure that we know what's happening on the premises and that we're, all the things. So if you could just stay till, we should be done this soon, till the after, so we can just make that meeting happen, and I feel like we'll be good. Are we not voting this if we're?
I'm comfortable approving
We are voting
it.
for
I'm
this.
comfortable approving it with the knowledge that we will see an amended
Because I will
version
bring
of
Correct,
back
next
this.
month will
every
there be-
meeting until we have that.
Do we need to amend
Next
the
month there'll be an
motion?
amendment.
No?
Okay,
for it.
all right,
Let's call for a vote.
all right, let's go, just don't go anywhere, but thank you so much.
No problem.
All right, please call for the vote.
Beth Brindle,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Elgin Bailey,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell.
Yes.
Holly Charest,
Yes.
Steve Wilson,
yes.
Leon Yako.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay, moving on to letter Y, recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the Coatesville baseball and softball booster clubs to proceed with the next steps related to the proposal for an indoor training facility as presented. Can I call for a motion?
Motion. Ooh,
We're fighting, man.
sorry. Second.
Second, all right,
I'm gonna let
thank
you
you.
do it next time, okay?
Any questions, comments, or discussion? And this was the presentation that we had at the last. update.
Yes.
Any,
Oh, okay.
did you have?
I did. I'm just super excited about this. I love the presentation. I love the dedication of the folks who are doing the Booster Club. I'm super excited for the young folks to be able to practice indoors. I think this is a phenomenal thing that they are doing, and a huge round of applause for those folks and their dedication.
Very good, thank you. And I'll just say for the benefit of people who, because I think most people who are here this time, we're not here for the committee meetings. There's no cost upfront to the district for this. This is the Booster Clubs taking on the fundraising, the work, the construction, all of it. So, we appreciate, I echo what Mr. Bailey said and appreciate everything they're doing.
And maybe just to add for clarification, this approval will allow them to move forward with more scope work.
Yes.
It doesn't
Correct.
necessarily mean this facility will be built, but they need our blessing in order to start going
Yep,
down
exactly.
the process,
Yep.
which will hopefully lead to this facility being built.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Okay, Secretary, please call for the vote.
Shawna Maxwell,
Yes.
Leon Yako,
Yes.
Holly Charess,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Elgin Bailey,
Yes.
Beth Brindle,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Steve Wilson.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you. And then the final item, letter Z, RTC Security Event Security Services. Recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the proposal from RTC Security for event security services at both the senior high school and intermediate high school for $50.83 per hour with a 4-hour minimum per officer for a total cost of $203.32 per officer as presented. I'll call for a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Thanks for working that out. Any questions, comments, or discussion? And I think we pulled this because it was, if I'm remembering, it was not on the committee agenda. So I don't know if we need any further.
We were still getting quotes for the different security companies that were available to us, and this was the one that came in.
Is
at
this
the most reasonable
different
cost.
from, who have we used in the past?
It's in place of Signal 88.
That, okay.
But I believe it's the owner of Signal 88 has branched out on his own, offering us the same pricing as we currently have.
Okay.
All right. Any further questions? Secretary, please call for the vote.
Shawna Maxwell,
Yes.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Holly Charess.
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves.
Yes.
Elgin Bailey.
Yes.
Beth Brindle.
Yes.
Liz Muirhead.
Yes.
Leon Yako.
Yes.
Motion approved.
All righty. That brings us to public comment. The board has requested that all persons making comment of public concern list their name, address, telephone number, and topic on the sheet provided. There is a 3-minute time per person. First up, Joan Waddell.
Joan Waddell. I live outside of Coatesville in East Fallowfield, but I am a retired Coatesville area school teacher. I've been here before, I spoke before, and I've lived in the district for over 50 years. I've shared here before, I believe our schools should be a welcoming place for all students, so every child can learn, grow, and thrive in pursuit of their full potential. Twice before I have addressed the board about concerns to do with ICE. I'm certain that I'm not the only citizen who is worried for our students and their families. In fact, I represent a small group of citizens that has been actively addressing our common concerns. The threat of ICE raids in our schools is one of them. Tonight, we'd like to present the board with small signs that can be posted near each school's main entrance. The signs declare support for immigrants, and there is no mention of ICE. In addition, the district can exercise our Fourth Amendment rights by posting signs for a designated private space for employees that ICE is not allowed to enter without a signed and dated judicial warrant. The area needs to be treated as private. It needs to be kept closed and locked and have a policy that visitors or the public cannot enter without permission. We have signs that can be posted to create a private employee-only area in each building. There they are.
So I'll just show this as a sample. Yeah. This is a sample of the sign that would designate the employee safety area. So these areas would be provided for immigrants who might be targeted by an ICE incursion, and they are not allowed to penetrate a door that is marked with this sign. It's very simple. The door doesn't even have to be locked. Now, whether or not they do penetrate the door is beside the point, but these are available to you, and this is a way to designate an area.
And feel free to copy the signs, because we do think that, we understand that the buildings are larger than probably one area would cover. And that is, that's what we have to offer tonight.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Give it to him. Thank you. Next up is Ms. Lori Shannon Bailey.
Good evening. From the superintendent's report, I've talked about this, however, probably not recently. I've noticed that you all no longer tape the group picture of teachers. That used to be a consistent for the community. I remember when our prior superintendent was here, that wasn't done either. But I'd like to know how many minority teachers have been hired for this school year. That's one of the things that the NAACP nationally follows, is the number of minority teachers that school districts hire. So I'd like to know that information, and I will send an email to get that information. The other thing I wanted to ask you about is, what is the salary of the assistant superintendent? Is that information that the public is privy to? We pay her salary, so is it posted already?
It's in the contract.
Okay, and the contract is in the minutes. Thank you very much. I want to talk a little bit about my communication with the superintendent this week. You all know me. You know me to be very honest. You know that I speak my mind. You know how passionate I am about this community and the work that I do, free. I was a little bit shocked to read that I made a demand when I asked that we receive information about a family that I'm working with on a timely basis. I don't ever demand anything from anybody unless it's one of my millennials who I support in my home. So basically, I am who I am. I'm going to continue to do what I do. I apologize if you thought I was making a demand, Tony. I was not. But to the degree that I can, I'm going to continue to help this family. They need it desperately. We've reached out to the Education Law Center for assistance, and we're pretty sure that we're going to get that assistance. I know the process, but I don't need to make demands of you. You and I have had a lot of conversations, I thought we had a pretty good relationship, but I don't need to make any demands of you. Please keep that in mind. Thank you.
Thank you. Informational items. To my colleagues, are there any informational items besides the ARs that are listed there? Cool. All right. This will lead us to adjournment. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
Awesome. This meeting is adjourned.